This is a live look at Carter Finley Stadium in Raleigh, North Carolina. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. It's the Wake Forest Demon Deacons and the NC State Wolfpack. Reese Davis, David Pollard, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
I caught up with the Wake Forest head coach before the game. This is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Demon Deacons headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Fielded in the end zone, it's Mack. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. The Wolfpack offense takes the field, and we'll get a look at them first. So the last time these two got together, the nails were chewed down to the cuticles. It was a barn burner. Think we get another one of those, Jesse?
I certainly hope so, Reese. And I know that mental toughness is very cliche in all of sports, especially college football. And David, it's something that coaches are always harping on. But this is one of those games. The team that's most mentally tough at the end, they probably win.
Especially in rivalry games, especially in big moments, especially when there's more to it than just a game.
Turning it on! Makes it past the marker. Took it all the way inside their territory, down to the 40-yard line, and that's where they'll set up shop.
Yeah, and that's not the start you wanted if you're on this defense. Like, you lost last week, looking to bounce back. One thing you can't do, man, give up explosive plays on the ground. This defense has to hunker in, dial in a little bit. Last week was a struggle.
Finding some room. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And they have made no bones about this first drive, have they? Like, they said they were going to come out and establish the run and be physical. And the more physical team was going to win. And this offensive line so far, first drive, setting the tone. Getting movement up front, getting running backs going. Palmer, the game gets very easy when you can run the football and establish that early in the football game.
And you just keep doing it until the defense can stop it. That's got to be so demoralizing on the other side of the football because you're absolutely getting the ball shoved down your throat right now early in this game. And you're right. You're letting the opponent completely dictate the terms of this football game to you. So until you prove you can stop it and you get more physical, it's going to be much of the same as this game continues to go on.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Black 14.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves them with 2nd and 11.
Ready? 29, white, 29.
To the air, it's Bailey. Hauls it in. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, NC State.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Wake Forest offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And we get a look at Steele Pizzella. He was under siege last time out, sacked 6 times, and it forced him into 2 interceptions. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Got the quick completion. Nice move, creates some space. Snags it, and he's open. Steps out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 31, and that is the way to get yourself a little daylight.
Man, that is exactly how you execute an RPO. Like, quick read, get the ball out of your hand, get it to your receiver in space really quickly, on target, and you can make big plays. They made that RPO look so smooth and so effortless.
You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all 3 phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what a coach is talking about. Like, when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty, it's not fun, but let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
Release to the back. It's on target and complete. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. He goes right back to the air. He's got it on the run. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here.
Yeah, and I think you've just seen how the quarterback has so much confidence in this guy catching the ball too, right? Receivers aren't open, tight ends aren't open. He knows he can find him running out of the backfield, or if he lines up at wide receiver, this dude can...
And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Demon Deacons.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Let's see what he can do with the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. This drive will open from the 15. Might be calling a hot route. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game and find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
To throw, it's Bailey. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. Touchdown, Wake! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
They'll run the screen, and that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. To the air, it's Bailey. Under fire. He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up that safety, they'll have to boot it away and give it right back to them. Here's the return. Made a defender miss. Final play of the quarter coming. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Makes a man miss. Got enough for the first. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll ride the hot hand. They get him before he gets started this time and knock him down in the backfield.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Hernandez. Could not make his way to the corner.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
Feels as if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the Pack on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. He'll pull it down and run. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Good, right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some first downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Bailey. Gets open down the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his man. It's Jackson. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45. Gets the back moving. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Clark. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So after that false start, now instead of 2nd and short, you've got 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. Oh, he's got some space. And he slides to avoid the contact and did it just at the right moment and got the first down.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Wide receiver going in motion. Run in the red zone. It's Clark. Beck's going for the goal line. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
On the ground. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move, and here's the thing. If I get...
Caught! They will score! Touchdown, Wake! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Looking for room. It's Scott. Got enough for the first. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
They go to the ground. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Give to the running back. Wolfpack will get the 1st down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that 1st down.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. The Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. The give to the right. There's a crease. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Demon Deacons use their 2nd timeout. They'll have 1 left. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this 3rd. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much in the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wake Forest ready to get things going as the offense is on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw if guys are...
Breaks into the open. The 40. At the 30. He's at the 10. He is in. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
And if the defense didn't know, they know now. That QB right there, man, that dude can fly. This offense is so explosive because the guy who gets the football can take off and make big plays at any point on the field, and he shows you how it's done right there.
So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play.
Number 90, set to advance on the football.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Out of all the ways to get a first down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the mistake, throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. First down.
And, David, you know the quarterback's counting his lucky stars. That was a bad decision. That should be the defense's ball. Luckily, they fumble it. His teammates get it back to give him another chance.
They feed him again. Got a little grass. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later, but you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running inside. It's Scott. Tough run. Gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. Now the Wolfpack will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. They'll run it. It's Scott. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Got enough space, and he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime. A chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Touchdown, North Carolina State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Working the sidelines, Holly Rowe. What do you have, Holly?
Guys, down here on the Wake Forest sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Rush is on him, and it's a sack. This will likely be the last play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. We begin with Oklahoma taking on the #1 team, the Texas Longhorns. And it's the Longhorns in a little bit of hot water right now. They're down. I know we haven't even hit halftime, but anytime the #1 team in the country is losing, that's headline news. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now back to your game inside Carter Finley Stadium. What an effective job both of these teams have done running the football. Both have gone over 100 yards, and it's because both have committed to pounding the rock. Credit these coordinators with sticking to the game plan. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. What do they have to say coming out of halftime, Holly?
Coach Dickert told me coming out of the locker room, listen, things have not been going right lately, but they have found some momentum here in this ballgame. He said, I know we've got a lot of clock left, a lot of game left, but it all starts right now to continue to believe. They get the ball to start the second half, and we'll see if they take that first half momentum into the third. Back to you guys.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
The Wolfpack faithful screaming at the top of their lungs, desperate for a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. This is a real chance to sort of settle things down, maybe generate a little momentum if you can put together a touchdown drive here.
Probably a great opportunity to make a statement and get back in this thing. I mean, it hasn't gone your way early, but I feel like you're creating some momentum here. And a score, Jesse, a score makes this a fun ball game.
It would be huge, but it's on the offense. They have to look at each other right now in this huddle on the field and go, look, guys, it's on us to march this ball down the field, score some points, and bring some energy now to our sideline.
He's in open space downfield. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You'd love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. NC State a lot of freedom to do anything here on 2nd and inches. The give out of the gun. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The run inside. It's Scott. There's a little room there. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. NC State with a fresh set of downs thanks to that running game. Running to Green.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He was so excited coming into this game, too, because he knows that oftentimes your legacy as a player is defined by how you play in rivalry games like this.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. From the gun, the ground game. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. It's complete to the left. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch and really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. Finds his big tight end. He steps out of bounds, but not before he has enough to set him up 1st and goal. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
I mean, they didn't reinvent football on this drive. That was really impressive watching him just go down the field methodically, running the football a bunch and finally punching it in. David, we saw the turnovers throwing the ball in the first half. They decided just to come out here in the second half now and just get back to the basics, and it really paid off for them.
I'm about to say, it's more of a necessity, right? Like this offense wasn't really good through the air. What do they do best? Pound the football. And it's not like we're not getting movement up front. This offensive line is doing a good job. And if they want to get back in this football game, you got to like the start right here in the second half. Like early in the second half, showing that you are physical and that you can still run the football even though you're trailing.
Just missed on the connection, incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
On the ground, it's Clark. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both, and that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations, and now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
He'll try to do it himself. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Demon Deacons will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. NC State heads out, gearing up to go on the attack. They march to the end zone the last time they had it, do it again, and they'll be on top. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. Could be an alley. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
I love the play called running the football here in the fourth quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Right back to the well. Picks up the first down. Might have a chance. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrink.
Touchdown, Wolfpack! They move on top here in the 4th. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 12th of the season.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
No surprise this late in the game. They need to go for 2 to try to extend that lead to a field goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. Oh, they're after him. Pass is incomplete. No good on the 2-point conversion. They tried to stretch this lead out to a field goal, but they're still up by 1. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must put a scoring drive together here and answer that last touchdown. Flips it out on the screen. There he goes. Power powers through. Touchdown, Demon Deeks! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Here on the NC State sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Running inside. It's Snow. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Makes the grab. It's Dozier. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
And I tell you what, when you drop back and you know you got that slot work in the middle of the field and you know how fast he is, you just wait for him to come open, throw that strike, and you know he'll take care of the rest. Nice throw, nice.
Shakes a man, and he might take off. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident in these early mistakes.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. The run inside. It's Scott. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. NC State with the 1st and 10 here. Direct snap. There's some room. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
What a big-time run for this offense. A physical run, getting down, almost scoring the touchdown.
Yeah, and considering how well they're running it right now, why wouldn't you just hand it off to this guy right here again?
Black 18. Ready?
with the run on 1st and goal. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, NC State! And they've moved out front here in the 4th. The Wolfpack fight back.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's a heat. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Now Wake Forest will stop the clock and use their 1st timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Escapes the pressure going right. At the 20, he's got space. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. Set up for the 1st down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. Wake calls a timeout, and they have no more to use. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Fires to the tight end. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
And after that big completion, look how quickly the quarterback is getting his guys set and ready up at the line of scrimmage. They've got no timeouts. They've almost got no time. They got to push the pedal to the metal here to win this game.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Off play action. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Double time, hustling to the line to stop the clock.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Wake Forest! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field.
And the extra point splits the uprights. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. The Wolfpack offense comes out ready to start this drive. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Might be changing the route. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Bringing the heat. He just about put this game away if he'd been able to hold on to that one. Instead, it's 2nd down. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Connection to the right. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. It comes down to this. One more snap left in this game. If they get a touchdown, they can find a way to win it. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's down, and this game will end on a turnover. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter, it's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right, and I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many uncharacteristic mistakes, and as a result, they take